Hello everyone. So now I am with Gulshan, who is one of my student. In CSE GATE examination, he got all India rank 4, right? So I think he's the correct person to give the right motivation, to give the right flow, and to give the total procedure, how to get the better rank. If you are a GATE aspirant, this video really going to be useful to you. Yeah, let's move quickly. Let's ask the right Gulshan and all, right? So Gulshan, welcome to Exam Prep Tool.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for accepting our request of taking the right this particular live. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Right, Gulshan. Right, my first question to you. My first right question. Question you can say or challenge you can say. Please say something about yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Gulshan Gabel. I completed my master's, my MTech from IISc Bangalore just last month, and I did my BTech from NIT Raipur. And prior to this, I secured rank 4 in my in my GATE exam. It was so it was my second attempt. I gave my exam in year 2021 and then year 2022. And year 2021, I got about 46 marks and some 2000 plus rank. And then I went on to give the second. I took a drop and then went on to give my second attempt. And then there I got a rank of about rank 4. And to more some personal info about me, I hail from Chhattisgarh, and I've did all my schooling in Chhattisgarh. And currently, after completing my MTech, I've joined at a company in the New in Bangalore, and I'm working as MTS 2 in at Nutanix now. And yeah, that's all about me.
My next question to you, Gulshan. When you started the GATE preparation, first of all, what is the motivation behind this? Why you
Okay.
started the GATE preparation, right? Who said to you, right? When you started, why you started? Can you say clearly about this?
Okay, what I'll say is I started my GATE preparation from the third year, about the start of the third year or about the midst of the mid of the third year. And to say very clearly about my motivation, I'd say that in third year I started my preparation because back then I just wanted to do MTech. I was not so sure that I wanted to actually do a little more deeper. I wanted to have a little more deeper insight into how into computer science, I would say. And by the end of the fourth year, I was sure that I wanted to do have some research experience, at least some flavor of how research happens. And that's why I thought GATE was the right thing to do back then. And yeah, that's like that was one of my motivations,
So
one of the bigger motivations.
when you started the GATE preparation,
So I started my GATE preparation in the like mid of the third year.
almost almost the entrance of the fourth year. So at
Yes,
that in your time, I think right third year GATE you cannot write. If I'm wrong,
yes,
if I'm right.
yeah. That you're right. My this third year GATE scheme came back again in 2021 when I was in my fourth year.
Okay, okay. So if at all possibility there, you could have written in the third year itself, but you written in the
Yes,
fourth year. Yeah.
yeah,
In the
that's
first
true.
attempt, how many marks you got?
I got 46 marks back then,
Mm-hmm.
and the rank was 2020 something.
Because of you are already NITN, you don't want to go to NIT.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
And one more thing is, you didn't get any IIT, right?
No,
With marks and all.
actually, yeah. So I didn't even try. I felt myself that my preparation was not well, and I thought even if I got an IIT, I would have to do this gap would always be there. That when you're doing an MTech, you'd always feel yourself. So I would not have the same confidence that I had when I went 1 year later, where I had this. At least I had this confidence that whatever basics they were expecting in my MTech, I had it. So yeah, so mostly for the reasons of confidence. So as a matter of fact, I also got so I was fortunate enough to that the same year COVID was there, and then Triple IT Hyderabad exam happened after the GATE 2021 results. So I applied for that, and I got selected that year. There was no interview, only written exam. I got selected, but yeah, the same thing. I thought I thought that I have done half preparation with full dedication. By that time I had started my preparation. I thought let me give one final attempt, one best attempt that I could give. And since I got Triple IT Hyderabad, I got some confidence that maybe the next gate I'll get something. So I believed in what I was doing. I thought maybe whatever I'm learning, that will always be helpful. I thought to yeah, and then continue with my preparation. So yeah, that's
Now, one more thing I want to ask, Gulshan. So you didn't get the placement, right?
yes,
In the first attempt of the GATE exam also, you didn't get the good rank.
yeah.
But then you got confidence that you can get the nice rank. What is the turning point of your GATE experience?
I would say, yeah. So, yeah. So I think GATE exams are announced. GATE exam results are announced in March, and usually semester ends on by the end of April. So I didn't get the GATE result. I didn't have anything to actually. So any actually backup I had, I didn't have any backup, and turning point. So by that time I didn't have a confidence, but what actually motivated not motivated what actually motivation was there, but what actually made me work was this do or die situation. I don't want anyone else to be in that situation, but for me it was that if I'm taking a drop, I had to do it because otherwise I didn't have any other option. And one of the reasons why I didn't need to be need any more reasons to actually pursue GATE. By that time, GATE was my own was my do or die alternative. If I failed that, I would not have gotten anything. And even by the time I got results or by the time I gave my GATE, I was always afraid. So that fear that I was going to lose some everything or everything, yeah, that fear was there. So kind of that drove me.
So one thing is sure, right? One thing I'm very sure about after listening your entire story, uh, your turning point, most probably, if I guess. Otherwise, if you don't have confidence, you may not leave Triple IT Hyderabad.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, that was one. Yeah, that can be said. Actually,
Well,
then it was not
I think after seeing Triple IT Hyderabad result, maybe you got confidence.
some confidence. But now, since you say that, I'll say the main turning point would have been my courses because I was doing. I started my prep second time. I started my preparation second full time, and when I was giving more time, that's when I realized what I missed in my first attempt. Because when I was doing my first attempt, I thought I was a little bit ignorant.
To get the very good rank, like fourth rank, you are very close to first rank, right? Maybe I think a few marks different. You got 78.
I got 73. There was actually it was 8 marks difference. That's a lot for lower ranks, but yeah, 73 it was.
73, topper got 81. I think
Yes.
approximately 8 marks.
Yes.
Mhm. Right. So people will think that to get the top rank, like fourth rank, first rank, like that. So students should be very talented and all. So please
Yeah.
let me know what is your BTech percentage.
In BTech, I was doing so my percentage. So if I'll tell my CGPA, I got in my
Yeah,
BTech, I
yeah.
got 8.81. 8.8 it was, but I'll still tell that even that is wrong because that does not reflect how much we yeah because BTech I think is still easier to score. Yeah, I think the GPS does not tell. So I think the percentage is not the way. So even if you ask me, my effort was not something which will tell 8.81 or
So
something on that side.
in your
Mm.
opinion, in your opinion, past doesn't matter, right?
Past doesn't matter. Yes.
What is your background, from where you came? It really doesn't matter. If you
Yes.
really want it, you will get it.
Sure. Yes, that is true.
That is a major thing is that only.
Yes.
Whoever got the nice rank, right? In my total experience, I come across. It doesn't matter how much talented you are. It doesn't matter from where
Yes.
you came. The only thing which matters is you really want rank or not.
Yes, that is true.
If you really want it, right? Keep the more efforts. Keep the
Yes.
better efforts, whatever possible, right? If you don't want rank, and be casual.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. I think you kept your 100% efforts. I think in the second attempt, in the first attempt, you are okay.
It was not. Yeah, it was not. My attention was really divided. I cannot focus on two things. And yeah, I'll say yes. that was that got my undivided attention when I was preparing for a GATE in second attempt.
Perfect, perfect. What will be the subjects order you have to follow? The
Okay,
person who
so
wants to get preparation now, please let me know what are the subjects order you suggest, because person to person it will change.
yes, that is
Right?
very
I asked so many toppers, right? Through in my experience, different people said different.
true. Yeah.
Right? You say in your opinion, what is the order you feel?
Okay. So I think one can start with so since many people who prepare for GATE, they are in their college. I think so. I'll give first very what should I say, very overview of how one can do this. So I think the first thing anyone can do this is better rather start with Algo or DS, because that's taught in, I think, second year of the people, second year of mostly the bachelor's courses. So rather start with something which you have already studied, and then you're for when you're actually doing a dedicated preparation for a GATE, you're kind of doing a second revision, and also you might get some insights as to what you might have left while you studied it in your college. So that is one thing. And yeah, so Algo DS is, I think, something which one can start with, and then once they get confidence, they can start with they can then go for COA and then operating system. And I didn't say engineering math because I was not really strong in that. But if people think that that is their strong suit, then they can also actually once they have started the Algo or DS, they can actually in parallel, if they are doing some simultaneous two courses subjects at a time, they can also do engineering math along with it. That is also kind of helpful. And in order, I think TOC, I think one dependency that exists is, I think TOC should be studied before compiler, because compiler uses some concepts of TOC, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, TOC should be done after that. Algo DS is okay. Computer architecture and OS, they are also both different. So yeah, they can also be independent. And but yeah, very like I would say that whatever one has studied, they should
Most
study
of the
that
things
first.
are independent only. I think TOC should be done first, afterwards CD. This
Yes,
is the only
that's
dependency. Remaining all will be any order can be done.
any order. Yeah, that's true.
Hmm. So I think there is no proper order. You can follow whatever order you like. There is no objection,
Mm,
right? But TOC CD, do TOC first, then CD,
yes.
right? Fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the order. So yeah, in right, I can suggest the order little bit by seeing the so many people. So you can go for the algorithm, right? Programming, data structure,
Yes.
one set. Whether you do first or middle or last, you do wherever you want. That is the one set. If you starting only because of the computer science, somehow they will come again and again,
Yes.
indirectly, directly. So let's complete that one first. Next one, I think you can go for discrete mathematics,
Yeah,
because
that's true.
everywhere combinations concept will come,
Yeah,
right?
that
You take
okay. Yeah, that is used in algorithms. Yes, that's true.
so computer science and discrete mathematics you cannot divide. So I think
Yes.
third one after algorithm, programming, data structure, the next one is the discrete mathematics. And one more
Mm.
thing is aptitude is having the good scoring and all 15 marks. It is better to
Yeah,
start
absolutely.
early so that you can do practice also. So I
Yeah.
think right, the next one should be aptitude you can keep. Next one is a TOCCD. Next one is the operating system,
That's right.
computer network, database management system, and DLD, right? COA. You
Yes.
can do all things in any order,
Yes.
right? All these things, because there is no relation also. You can do any order, whatever way you feel you can do. Next one, basic mathematics. It is up to you because it's a mathematics. You can do wherever you want,
Yes.
right? So I'm reading the order: algorithm, programming, data structure, discrete mathematics. Next one is going to be TOC, CD, right? Operating system, database management, right? Computer network, DLD, COA, and right, basic mathematics.
Mm.
Most probably this is the order. So I think it is a person to person, it will change also. When they have to start the gate preparation.
Okay, so I started late, but since if now people now students can give the GATE exam in their third year itself. I think one third year itself. So yeah, so it's approximately in the midst of the third year, if I'm not wrong. So they people can start at the end of the second year. Yeah, that's the best place to. So just a year before that, they have their first attempt. And what it helps is it's not too early. People can actually take some time, and then after they have gone to BTech, they can maybe spend 2 years, and then maybe second year they can start. And by that time, they have also covered some of the gate subjects also. If I'm not wrong, Algo DS is covered by that time. Sometimes TOC also. So that is like, I think that is the ideal time to start. And by the third year, one attempt actually gives you an idea about how your preparation is, and then yeah. So I think I think it's very important to start at least before the third attempt, not after, because yeah, you don't want to like delay after your. So you don't want to be in my place where you just go for a drop, yeah, to take a drop. So yeah, better
Because
to
of you
start
tried
early.
in the fourth year, right? Unfortunately, you are not up to the mark. Then you return the fifth year also. 1 year is delay, right? If at all,
Yes,
if at all you tried in the third year itself, then that 1 year could not have been spoiled. Huh? At
yes,
that
that's
time, it
true.
is not there, so you don't have that opportunity. So people, right? Whoever want to prepare the GATE examination, I strongly advise, right? Go second year itself for preparation, third year itself try to crack.
Yeah,
If unfortunately it is missed out, right? Maybe fourth year you can right, you can correct that error.
yeah, that's true.
That is the best approach. Many people are doing nowadays, Gulshan. Many people are doing like that only. Second year itself they are starting
Yeah,
competition. Third year itself they are getting the nice rank. Fourth year they are doing the project. Fourth year they are doing the placement stuff.
yeah, that is good because
Releasing,
then they will have a backup.
yeah, backup also there, and they will get the nice placement. They can keep in their resume also,
Yeah,
right? So I think second year is the best idea. So those
yes,
people who are watching this particular session, my strong appeal to everyone: if you want to write GATE exam, please start preparation from second year. Right? Further also you can do, but it is going to be little difficult. You may be little bit of losing
yeah,
sight, but everything is possible in life. Right? You can do
yeah,
anything at any time. Some will take a good way, some will give the good results, some will give bad results, right? Some experience will come, but suggestion is through experience. I'm saying second year onwards you can start preparing,
yes,
right? Gulshan also want to say similar, right? But
yes,
that time third year you cannot write, so otherwise you could have written, right?
that's true.
Otherwise you could have avoided 1 year wastage. But even though he wasted 1 year, but he got fourth rank. He done the wonderful thing. You utilize it.
Yeah,
I
I
asked
was
him
fortunate enough.
time itself.
Yeah,
I asked the question
yeah,
that time itself, 1 year, do you think is it worth it? He said that, right? Because of that 1 year only. Now I am in the almost like 50 lakh package.
yeah,
Almost is
yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
something of that sort. Yeah,
Right. So he got the 1 year hard work he done. He got the nice rank. He went to the nice right? Nice institute event. He got the very good placement. Now he's almost like 50 lakh package. So if you are watching this video, right, my suggestion is start preparing from second year, right? That is what Gulshan want to say. Can you help me, Gulshan, when you are preparing the second attempt? So a lot of tension will be there, right? You may get,
yes.
you may not get a lot of tension. So how exactly you planned last 6 months?
Okay, I'll tell that. So yeah, so I think that when the last 6 months came, I still had not completed my all the subjects. I was doing it, but now I made sure that because since it's last 6 months, I had this thing in mind that whatever I'm going to miss now, I might not have the time to do it again. So what I made a point was whatever subjects I'm completing, all the PYQs of that subject, I completed after that subject is complete, or one, as Reddy sir always tells, if people watch him regularly, that complete topic by topic, not by subject. So so once a topic is complete, I would try to complete all the PYQs related to that topic, and mostly at least if not if I could not complete that, what I was my at least my I would try was that whenever a subject is complete, take some time and then complete all the PYQs. Maybe at the end you might not get that time to complete all the PYQs, because I would say that PYQs are, I think for cracking gate, I think PYQs are all that you need if you have a good practice in PYQ. And what one can also do is, yeah, and then revision. So once the last 3 months period comes, when the test series are there. So one thing I heard, and I think that is not, that is one of the right approaches, is once the 3 months come, the last 3 months come, you cannot, by the time you might have a lot of notes there. So you cannot revise all the notes just one day before a test or a test series which you are giving. Rather, what you can do is, all the questions that you've solved for, all the PYQs that you've solved for one subject, you just mark out what mistakes that you have done before every test. Just take 3 or 4 hours before that, just revise all the mistakes that you did. Because rather than new mistakes, sometimes in my first attempt I realized that I did a lot of silly mistakes, a lot of mistakes that I was repeating, as I was that I was repeating from the test series. So what one can do is, by all the PYQs if you have solved, or let's say you have solved 100 PYQs, you know that 20 PYQs you have had it wrong. Usually it's not 20, it's 30 actually. Just go through it, whatever mistakes you did, rather than seeing the answer, just see why you did it wrong. If you're not reading the question properly, focus on reading the question properly. If there is something in the concept that always you're making, like doing it wrong, then you focus on those concepts. So that way it's faster than revision, and that you're also not making the same mistakes again. So I'd say that, and then attempt the test series. Attempt as many test series as possible, but take time to analyze the test series also. Don't be in such a hurry that you're just solving questions and not even analyzing, because I would say a lot of, you learn a lot from analyzing your mistakes. Because sometimes you are not even aware of, you will think that you know some things, and but you're in the exam, you're in the time frame that you're given, you're making those very silly mistakes, or yeah, something of that sort. Better to analyze those mistakes and give some time for it. Yeah,
Writing test
that's what I.
and analyzing. Writing test and analyzing.
Yes, that's true.
Any mistakes they done, writing in the notes.
Yeah,
Make
that's
one
true. So
notes, make one notes, right? Mistakes notes.
yeah,
Write down
that's true.
all
So
your subject wise, write down all the mistakes what you are doing before going to write any test, right? Revise those mistakes.
that is true. So
That,
in my
that
notebook, actually, so in my notebook, the index page is there, right? In the index page, I wrote down all the, so the page number and what question I had done wrong, and that's just one line or 4 words about what mistake it was. So and then so yeah, something of that sort. So I can know, okay, what, so if I have to just revise it properly, I just go through all the mistakes, all the questions that I was doing.
Mhm. So in all the test series, whatever you written, Gulshan, you got at any time first rank.
Or never, I would say never. Not even top 10. Never, yeah, I've never got top 10 even. So if there are usually 300, 400, 500 people usually attempting, sometimes 1,000 people, but never I get something better than 10 or 20 or
What is the
something.
best rank you got in the test series?
I think somewhere around, I think one of the tests I got 11th or 12th rank. I think that was the best out of 800 or 900 students, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
That
Yeah. What is the worst rank you got?
Oh, worst rank. It might have. So I think it was a subject test, and I was bad in one subject. If I don't remember, was it computer networks or some subject? But there I got 120 out of 800. Not, oh, I cannot tell, but it was something on the lines near 100.
So when you realized it that you got you are going to get top 10, right? When
Yes.
you realize it, after gate exam or before gate exam?
Okay, so my GATE exam was very, so I was devastated after my GATE exam. Even after my second exam, I thought it was the worst, and it was just a week ago. So yeah, for context, I just want to tell people who are watching that I was, even in my dream. So yeah, my best rank that I thought was something around 100, 120, 100. That was the best. I thought that even if I get that, I had completed that 1 year was worth it. Just I think a week before the exam, I thought I got to know that something around top 10 was coming, because usually that year the gate was low scoring. If you see nowadays, the GATE
Hmm.
exam, people
Hmm.
are scoring near
True.
90
True.
or 90 plus
People
exam.
are getting
So
now, people now getting 95, so 93 like that, right?
yes,
In
yes,
2022, yeah, it is 1 or 2 years back only. So that time
yes.
80 is the top, 80, 82 like that.
Yes, that was, I think, very low scoring exam when we gave. So I was not expecting that sort of rank. But after the answer keys came, even then, by then I was very devastated. By that time, I thought I had messed up the exam. It was going to be really bad. And but yeah, by the time answer key came, I got to know that I was getting something 70 plus, and I had heard that. So I was very specific about the college. I thought if I get the best rank, I would try for ISC. ISC was my dream. So what I did was I got to know it is 70 plus. I was very happy. So I thought whatever rank I'm getting, I don't care. I'm getting into this institute. That's what matters for me.
Okay. So you never thought of fourth rank.
No, no, yeah, never. Actually, when the day when it was announced, I think it was the midnight when someone told me that ranks are announced.
Yes,
That's
yes.
when I got to know it was. So it was a shock. It was very shocking for me. But yes, yeah,
Good,
that's the
very
thing.
good, very good. You prepared so seriously. Do you have any distractions like social media? Maybe some girl is proposed you proposed
Hmm.
someone, anything like
Yeah.
that?
So nothing of that sort. No, there was something. So not exactly social. So yeah, something on the lines of social media. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and even during my preparation, I had something of yeah. YouTube was one of my distraction, I'd say, and one of the reasons, as I told earlier, since it was my second attempt, and for me it was do or die. I had this thing that I made this point that every day, while it's not right to say that you should tell yourself that you are going to study these many hours and you measure that, but I was doing the same because I was doing it for myself. So there was no cheating of that sort that I have set for 4 hours, then I won't study. For me, I knew that if I have sat for 4 or 5 hours, have I worked for that 4 or 5 hours properly or not? Was it focused 4 or 5 hours? So I made it a point that every day I do, apart from the lectures and all, I do at least 3 hours of focused, maybe some PYQs and some deadlines I made because usually even I'm a procrastinator. I usually delay things a lot. So I just made it a point, maybe just make by maybe in the last 6 months that I have to solve at least 20 questions, 30 questions today of that sort. So some deadlines help. So I made deadlines for me. And this one thing was also there that I was constantly on a lookout as to what things I can improve. Improve means at what time I can utilize more. And I would usually look at, so I'll usually see what times I have studied and what times I can maybe optimize further. And I would just try that at least study at least I would not let my efforts like yeah. So if whatever I've studied yesterday, I was thinking that at least do whatever I'm doing yes better than something, maybe just half an hour more than yesterday. But don't let it go down. Don't let your graph go down. So breaks, I think I was avoiding breaks, and I precisely remember that I had two breaks. One break lasted for 1 week, and then I went to some relatives home, and it lasted for 20 days. I'm still regretting it, but I'm still grateful that those were only two breaks that I took. But yeah, I was actually constantly monitoring how I was studying every day because that's how I was quantifying how better if I'm improving every day or not or something of that sort. One more thing was there. One more way I was quantifying was how many questions I was attempting. Let's say I was attempting every day. I'm doing 30 questions. How many questions I'm doing wrong, and also the reason for them. If I am doing, let's say out of 30 questions, 2 or 3 questions I'm doing something very unknown, then I'm studying them. And if I'm doing something very silly, I'll try that next time. So the next day when I'm attempting that number goes down, that the percentage of the accuracy, because I think in GATE I would emphasize this very much that even if you attempt less questions, your accuracy is very important. In my first attempt, I had attempted nearly, I think, 5 or 6 less questions in first attempt, but the accuracy was very bad. I did a lot of mistakes that time. So accuracy is very important. So I was also tracking how much accurate I was every day, every month. If my accuracy was increasing or not. If my accuracy, so I think computer networks was subject where my accuracy was constantly down, and discrete also. So I studied I did a full revision once, I think, for that because I knew that was going something wrong. So deadlines. So yeah, if you know your scores are getting bad, so your accuracy is going bad, then you need to up your game. So something of that sort. Just track. So I was just monitoring myself.
What are your mistakes?
Okay, yeah, I think I have a lot of mistakes to say. So, but I'll summarize it in some points. So I'd say, uh, okay, from a first year, one is overconfidence. You feel that you know the subject, and sometimes you just skip the question. Better to at least attempt a question or at least go through the subject because you might feel that you know it, and then when you're solving the questions, you don't. And the second one result of that overconfidence sometimes can be just seeing the question and just instantaneously writing the answers, like doing the answers. So I would say, so I made it a point that however fast I had to go, at least I reserved 30 seconds for every question. So for reading the question. So just read the question properly, even though you know the question, just read it properly. Sometimes for a given thing which you know you might have some notion of it being something, but they might have changed the definition. So I think it usually happens with the tree question where they'll tell the level, and there's two things in the tree, where level of the tree and the height of the tree. Sometimes that is confusing, that they define it every time they have to define it. So it's better to go through the question 30 seconds. If you that is the time, so it will save one from silly mistakes. And I'd say these mistakes sometimes can cause maybe more than minus 5 6 marks. So that is very crucial when you are in when you are yeah when in the yeah when there's a high scoring test and you just lost 5 or 6 marks but just because of that. So that is very crucial. And then other mistakes, I'd say consistency. I told I took two long breaks. I would, if I could again redo it, I would not have taken those breaks. So rather, what people should try to be consistent, at least make it a point that every week or some aggregate, they even if they don't feel like studying, they should at least revise it. If today, if you don't feel like studying, you nothing, so just revise it. Or maybe if you like, sometimes theory can be boring, do questions, because at least you'll be in touch with that, with the subject. Because if you get out of touch with the subjects, you'll have to then up your efforts, like, so do like two times the effort if which you did. So rather be in touch with this any subject which you're trying, and try to give exams. Sometimes I've seen people, and yeah, some people have talked to me, and that is from my experience. And even I had it at one point that people don't attempt the tests if they have not completed the syllabus, and then they start attempting at the very start, and they'll think that in last
This
one
is
month.
the biggest mistake,
Yes, yeah, I think
because the people will think that after syllabus is over, then I will do the tests and all. But who knows? God knows when the syllabus over.
yes, that is true.
No one knows, na?
Yeah,
Because in between, let us that you got someone got some health issue. 1 month is gone. Then when the syllabus over?
yes,
So last
that
three
is
months
true.
you have a lot of
Because
tension. It will create a
yeah,
lot of problems. So my request and Gulshan request also to everyone, please do simultaneously practice and write syllabus completion both.
yes.
Complete subjects do PYQs.
Yeah, that is true. And actually, that also helps in one thing. So, while you're preparing, and when this strategy where you prepare completely and then start attempting the test, let's say in the last 3 months you realize that there's some, because I think giving exam is also some kind of skill, which even if you know a lot of things, sitting in the exam and then attempting it, that is also something. So that is what you learn when you're attempting it, even before completion. So by that time, by let's say you have completed the syllabus and you have given some test series, maybe you, and some people actually fear that they will get less ranks, that's why they don't attempt. Don't worry, I think if you, let's say you have prepared out of, I think GATE 11 or 13 subjects are there. If you've just prepared 4 or 5 subjects, go to the exam and just make a time. Just say that if the 3 hour test series is there, you think, you just make a time limit for yourself that maybe I'll complete it in 1.5 hour, and then just analyze those mistakes. Because the time limit thing, and that is also something simultaneously you will be yeah, be prepared for that in the end. Because yeah, who knows when the syllabus is complete, as sir is still telling. And sometimes you don't get the chance so sometimes you don't get the chance to revise, and maybe at the last moment, those mistakes that you did in your tests, which you noted down, that might come in handy for you. So that is, I think, so one mistake that people should avoid. And I think consistency, I think I cannot emphasize enough on consistency. Please be consistent. 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you're studying, it differs from people, person to person. But please be consistent. Rather, please be consistent in your efforts. And what else? I'd say, yeah, I think, yeah, I think that's all. I think there are many, but majorly, yeah, I can remember only those.
So
And yeah.
you ever look so beautiful. So is there any marriage, something like that?
No, nothing of that sort. I just got the job. Maybe I'm happy because I got the job. Actually, I also completed my MTech. Maybe that's also
I thought some fishing is going on.
no, nothing of that sort.
Management.
Uh, I'm very happy my MTech was completed. So yeah, that might be the reason. Really happy.
Okay, fine, perfect. So in your office, people knows you are a fourth ranker.
No, currently they don't. It's just 2 weeks since I joined it, but so no, they don't know.
Okay, okay, fine. And
One of
yeah,
the okay, so I just wanted to say one thing from my side, and it is that I feel very fortunate that in my office I'm actually working with people who have done BTech from IIT Bombay, and to be working with them. So they are also new joinees. I'm also new joinee. So for me, it's very for me. I could not do clear my JE advanced twice. So for me, it's something like I had never imagined that I'd be working with people who are from IIT Bombay. There are people who are from IIT Kharagpur did their bachelor's from them. Although I'm 2 years or 3 years, yeah, older than them, but still chance to work with them. That is, yeah, that's something very. I think that's the opportunity that I got through the gate. I'd say something of that sort. Sir, I also want to actually say one thing from my side. Usually, after that is one thing I learned after doing an MTech. So it is mostly for people who are coming. Some people who do a job and then who are attempting GATE. So something of that sort. So yeah, one advice or one thing that I wanted to say was the MTech research. At least in IAC, I know that there's an MTech research program. And after I completed my MTech, I feel that if someone knows that they want to pursue, they have very strong idea that they want to do their MTech in, let's say, computer systems or theory or maybe in machine learning, uh, one should actually try for MTech research. People think that MTech research is only for people who rank low, but at least in the research level courses, there are less courses and more research exposure. So if someone is doing GATE just for PhDs, it's better to do an MTech research because the job opportunities will be the same. After that MTech research, they can also sit for the placement. They will have better projects and maybe some papers out of their MTech research. And that can help in the further PhDs. And I think that is more focused course. If you want to do a systems course, you'll get under a professor, and I think they have much better idea. So I was working in a lab in my college, and they were MTech research, and I know so I actually respect them a lot because they're that even though they joined with me same GATE exam and all, but that kind of work they do, I think I would have wanted to do the same, but I was not clear whether to go to systems or machine learning. But I would say that MTech research is also a good course, and it is not only for people who get low rank. That is, if a person, if you know that you want to work in, let's say, operating system or maybe some broad idea computer systems or let's say machine learning, there that is also really good. Job opportunities are the same. Yeah, that's all from my side.
I still remembered you. We both done a lot of fighting about. You said
That's
IASC, I
true.
want to go. I said to you, right, go to IIT Bombay. I want to almost send to you IIT Bombay, but you went to IASC Bangalore. Now, do you have any realization or no?
No, nothing. No
Still,
realization. I'm very happy. I'm still very happy. But I think it mostly depends on what you want. So
tried my level best to send.
yeah, I think both are equally good now. Since I've seen this.
You trolled me and you went to IASC Bangalore.
Yeah, I think it's both equally good. So one advantage that I had was I completed my master's here. I got a job here, so I kind of am familiar with the city.
You are happy. That's more than enough to me. Right.
Yes,
Next, anything else? I think I asked all my questions. So do you have
yes.
any other suggestions? Anything else?
No, I had only this thing to say about the MTech research program. Otherwise, I'm good. I think, yeah, and people, and there are people who want to actually. So MTech is good for placement. That's true. I think half of the people go for MTech in IIT. That's true. And if people want to come for research, I think they will, if they are doubtful about it, because I was very doubtful. If I go to my MTech, it would be like my BTech, where you score a lot of marks, but the kind of depth you want, or some kind of research exposure that you feel, research exposure I won't say, but the deep insight that you get into the subject, maybe you won't get that kind of doubt. Please don't have that doubt, because when you come to the MTech, and then these in these IITs or IIScs, even some good NITs, these professors are really good. And if you work in that, so even if I'm doing a job here, at some point I also wanted to go to a research, go to the research, because I was actually working with PhDs. That is in itself a very different experience. And maybe even if you don't go to a PhD, that kind of thinking that they have, that is something is unmissable. I don't think I can meet that kind of people who think that way, because outside in the job, people just want to solve problems. They don't spend a, and that is their I heard from my teammates also, that they don't get to spend a lot of time solving one problem. So if people like solving problem, they want to test whether they want to do research or not. I feel that MTech is also a good program, and MTech research is always there. But if people are not sure, MTech is also good. And and surely they will get a good experience. There are really good professors in IIC and maybe IITs, even NITs. So that's really good experience, and it's worth your time. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Got the fourth rank. Can you say your favorite four subjects in
My
GATE?
favorite course. Okay, yeah, that's
Four
good.
subjects in the GATE.
Obviously, the first one is, for first one I always have this. What should I say? For first one, there's always a competition. I'll go with algorithms first, because I've been doing it for a long time. But when I was preparing for GATE, I got another favorite subject. So both are competing. So second is COA. COA is my favorite subject. And then there are some favorite subjects which you like, but you cannot score. So I like computer
Can you
networks,
say
but I could.
your four favorite subjects?
So yeah, so all my so one disclaimer is that all the four subjects which I'm going to tell, I have not scored very much in all the subjects. I was not very strong in all.
Okay, it's
So
okay. But
algorithm,
can you say your four favorite things?
okay, algorithms, architecture, COA, and then the third one was obviously computer networks, and fourth one was discrete math. So last two subjects I could never score, and they are my favorite, because I always wanted to score full, or always wanted to be good in those subjects.
So, which are your four favorite movies?
You're going on four favorite movies now. So now this is tricky for me. I don't remember. So I don't watch a lot of movies. I'll tell only one or two. I don't remember a lot. So, uh, favorite movie. Last time I enjoyed a movie. I think this is very hard. I can't even remember the movies which I watched last 1 year. Hmm. Mm, no, I think it can be any movie. I don't remember. I'll tell anything now.
Okay, fine. Who are your four favorite heroes?
Actors. Okay. Now there are no favorite actors, but since childhood I liked Akshay Kumar. Now I don't like him a lot. Not like him a lot, but now I don't have a preference as such. But since childhood I would usually like Akshay Kumar. He was one, and others would be later on. I went to watch some movies, and no, only Akshay Kumar. I'll tell. I no favorites now.
Favorite heroines?
Favorite heroines. Since I was watching a lot of Akshay Kumar movies, I love in those movies Katrina Kaif was there during that time. So that was the time when I used to watch a lot of movies. So favorite heroine would be Katrina Kaif.
Who are your four favorite teachers?
Four favorite teachers. So overall, school and all everything, right?
All people, total your life.
Okay, life. I think uh, you are one of them, obviously, because yeah, I think Gate was something which is, for me it was something highest I think that I could achieve. I won't say best, because that is the quantifying things, but something that if you see my career journey, that was the, I think I can never achieve that again. If again I give a GATE exam, I cannot not achieve that.
You are
But
so
yeah,
honest person. You are a very humble man. That is the reason you are saying. But the thing is, right? You achieved the 4th rank. You really deserve it. You have, right? I seen in the interview also. You have some great qualities, right? Because I never seen, because every person having some different aspect of life. I seen
yes,
in your interview also. Some, right? You are more interested in the so deep studying. That is the one thing which I identified. And one more thing is you corrected your mistakes.
yeah, that's true.
This is the one of the biggest thing what you done. That is the reason you got the 4th rank. You corrected the mistakes. It's a different
Yes,
way of doing the things. Some
yes.
people do differently. You are doing like this. After test is over, you are writing the mistakes before
But
the
but
test, before
But
every.
what I'll tell sir is, so you are right that when you're doing a coaching, so when you're doing a coaching, you should simply follow professor your teachers, and the writing the mistakes was one thing which you told. So I was simply following that. There were other teachers who was following, and they also told that, and I simply followed that. By the way, I would always like to. I always have respect for people who self study and crack GATE, because that is very hard to do, and people who do that, that's I have
Hmm.
like full respect for them.
Self-study and cracking gate is really difficult. If anyone done, hats up to them.
Yes, I have friends who have seen that, and yeah, that's
I
very
think
hard.
you also can say hats up.
Yes. So,
Those people
by
who are
the
get exam
yeah,
without any coaching, really it is a
mm,
challenge, right? But still
mm,
you made it very easily. So if you are watching this video, please comment in the comment section, right? So
yes,
you are really gem man. Thank you so much,
yes,
Gulshan. You've given so many valuable inputs to all of our students community. We are really thankful to you. I hope these all will be useful to the students, right? So those people who are watching this video, if you have any doubt, you can keep in the comment section. Gulshan also will comment, right? Reply you back. I will also
mm,
reply.